Hey everyone, I'm Dan. This is the first video in a series of videos of a caravan restoration that I'm doing. So we're just out at the property at the moment. We're trying to get the caravan moving and we're going to tow it into the warehouse, the same place that I'm working on the truck. We're going to breathe some new life into it. So thanks very much for watching and let's get started. So this is the caravan. It doesn't look like much at the moment. I just tried to pull the drawbar and at the end of it just completely snapped off, as you can see. So we're working with that. Ryan's here. Ryan is working on getting some wheels on it. We're missing one tyre on this side, and around this side we have one wheel on, and we got the hub here and it's had all the studs snapped off in it, so we got to get those out. I went and I found on the property a bit of heavy walled angle iron, so I'm going to cut this up and I'm going to weld it to the subframe of the caravan under there, and then I'm going to cut that hitch off and weld it back on. Then we should be able to hook it up to the Land Cruiser and tow it in. And this is it. It's a big caravan, it's about a 20 footer. It doesn't look like much at the moment, but we should be able to, with a bit of work, it's going to come up pretty nice. We're going to have to strip all this out. The floor feels like it's pretty rotten in a lot of places, but the bones are there. Yep. Looks good. I didn't bring a tripod, which is just totally typical of me, but I'll just show you how we're going with this. I've clamped on these two bits of angle. So there's one running down that side, one running down that side. I managed to snap the drawbar off the bits that it had on it. There's one little bit there that I've got to cut off. But I'll just clean the edges of this up, just with a grinder, clean that up and weld it to the top of these. I'm going to go in under there now and I'm going to just prep a few bits along either side for the welder, and I'll weld them on. Over this side, Ryan has got this wheel off. So we've taken that wheel off, which is here, and all the back of it is just rusting out. So we're going to see if we can get a new wheel. There should be something laying around here. I'm going under the caravan to weld the new bits of angle onto the drawbar. I don't know how I continually find myself in these situations. There's plenty of spiders under here. I don't know what it is with me. I just always seem to be in little dirty, uncomfortable environments trying to fix things. Anyway, here we are again. Okay. Alright, so there's a bit of angle there. I'm going to weld it on, weld this side on, then I'm going to go and weld that side on, and we should be right. See how we go.
Well, what we've done is we took this drum off here to put some new studs on it because the other ones have been cut off, and then in that process we dropped the bearing, so we spent a bit of time cleaning that back up. We've got the 4 new studs on, and yeah, we're about to resurrect Jesus, I think. Should be good.
Did they find any wheels for it?
Not yet. Not yet. But I reckon we'll find one.
We'll find some wheels.
Yeah. You gotta know where to find them. On the car.
Good. And I have successfully welded the bits of angle onto the drawbar, and I've cleaned up the what's this thing called again? The hitch. I've cleaned up the hitch a bit, and now I'm going to weld it onto there. This is rural. This is a rural approach. But you know, that's how we like to do things around here. We're rural. Alright, that is the hitch welded on. I really hope the police don't pull us over, because this is just not going to pass.
This comes up.
Shouldn't be. Sep come
Yeah.
on. Oh, that's alright then.
Now jump on
You
it.
might have steps of rock on it a bit.
There we go.
Whoa.
Oh, jeez.
It's on there now.
Pull it down.
Yeah, this is good here. But it looks like it's going to be right here.
So last night the hitch snapped off as we were going up the driveway. It was bound to happen. It's lucky that it didn't happen while we were on the road going 100 k's an hour. So last night we just ripped it off, and also the back tyre blew out, so that didn't help either. But we just ripped the hitch off, we brought it back in here, and then we just had dinner and went to bed. Now I've cleaned the hitch up a little bit. We're going to go back out there and we're going to bolt it on, and we're going to bolt those rails onto the subframe of the trailer just to make sure nothing can come apart, and then we'll bring it back in. So it's about 7 in the morning, so we're going to go out and get into it. Alright, so what happened with the hitch yesterday is that because I welded it, because I had the hitch on here and I welded it this way, sort of parallel to the toe ball, as when we were going over the bumps and there was force going down like this, it was able to just peel the welds up. The welds themselves didn't break off. There seemed to be plenty of penetration, but the actual weld just started to crack and just peel up like a can. Whereas if I had have flipped these angles over and then welded it this way, perpendicular to the toe ball, it would have been working against the whole weld instead of just one part of the weld, if you know what I mean. So it was kind of my fault, I guess, but it's probably better that it happened here, and you know, we didn't get a bit further on down the road and then it broke off. So now that we bolt it, it should be fine. It's probably not going to be a bad idea to put some bolts through this as well to stop that from folding in like that. Yeah. Putting the last couple of bolts in the drawbar, and then we're good. Then we just got to go and get a new tyre for it, a new wheel.
Status update. Well, we've just bolted what are we calling this thing on the front?
The drawbar?
The drawbar has been bolted back on temporarily. None of this is going to be the finished product. And we just need to go back and get a tyre from Gary's house, because we blew one out last night.
It's only flat on the bottom. We got bolts in the hitch. We bolted this piece on underneath the rails just to hold them in place, and we've bolted through the drawbar under there on either side. It certainly doesn't look pretty, but this time I think we're going to make it. There you go, and give it this.
Oh, I'll check that.
This is the trailer that's got the HK Holden wheels on it that we need for the Caravan. So we're going to take this trailer, we're going to get it out of here, we're going to take it down to the house, and we're going to take the wheels off it, pump them up, put them on the Caravan, and then we can go.
It's going backwards.
Yes.
There's the depth.
Well, it didn't pop.
Not yet. Let's just get it back.
We've got everything bolted up. We've got the new wheel on. We've got it hooked onto the back of the car, so we're going to try and drive it into the warehouse. We'll see how we go. I'm a little bit nervous about this. I've towed some dodgy things in my time, but this is definitely up there with the dodgiest of it. About halfway there. We've driven down one highway and crossed over it. Now we're just about to go onto the second highway, which will take us to the workshop. We just stopped to have a look over it and make sure everything's looking all right. So let's have a look. The hitch is looking pretty good. It seems solid. I don't think it's not breaking at all. Solid. Doesn't look like the angle is bending in at all. It all looks pretty good. The welds that I've done underneath are holding. That's not looking so good. But it's looking pretty good, I think. How's the wheels looking? Still got air in them? Yep. Yes. Wheels look alright. Yeah, looks like these wheels have got air as well. Well, so far so good, I'd say. I think we're going to make it though. Actually looks good behind the trippy. Suits it.
Keep going. Yeah. That's up.
We've got it in here. I'm actually amazed that we were able to get it here without anything going wrong. We backed it in and then we used the Suzuki to kind of get it into its final position. Now the work starts. First thing we're going to do is gut the inside of it, pull up the floor and pull all the internal lining out and just see what we're dealing with, see how bad the subframe is, start fixing it all up. So thank you very much for watching.